So I've been dancing for the past like 5 minutes to try not to be so nervous. As you guys can tell by the title, this is my first day working as a camera woman. I put cameraman in the title because it's shorter, and yeah. And also camera woman sounds weird. So basically I work for my university, which is Marshall University. I don't know what my exact position would be called, but I work for Herd Vision. Our mascot is the bison, so we're the herd. But I pretty much just have a camera and record the game. So I am a journalism major, but I am focused in multimedia. So that also includes video and that kind of thing. So I do want experience, and this job is really good because you can pick when you want to work, what jobs you want, and also it's $10 an hour, which is pretty good. And I get experience. But I've been super nervous because I don't really have experience. I was also nervous because it's Christmas break. It's December 19th. And I was worried that nobody would be working because they'd be home. But I looked on the website and it shows you who's working that day. So I messaged one of the girls. She messaged me back and she's meeting me outside of the building because I've only been to the control room, which is where we meet, one time. I don't know how much I will be able to record, but I want to try to record some, and I also wanted to document this because it's exciting and a scary moment for me. So it'll be exciting to look back on this. So today I will be working from 4 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and we actually have to meet 2 hours before the actual game so we can set up and talk, and they can put us where they want us because there's a bunch of different cameras and it's all over the court, which I don't want to be by myself. I'm so nervous, guys. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I almost worked a 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. job, and I don't think I would ever be able to do that, but I definitely wasn't working that for my first time. So I'll show you the fit and then I'll also show you the website we use to track who's working when and picking your own positions. That's pretty much it. And black leggings. Also, I usually eat around like 5 or 6, and we start working at 4, so I'm kind of nervous about that, but I'm gonna bring a bag of Cheez-Its with me just in case, an emergency. But I'm someone that like won't eat if they don't feel comfortable, so I probably won't. It's also 2:50, and I am planning on meeting the girl around like 3:30, and I'm so nervous because I have other things I have to do before I leave. I can't be late. So this is what we have to go on. It's called whentowork.com, and I'm just signing in. And then see next shift. When that first popped up, whenever I signed up for this shift, I screamed. I was so nervous. I just get nervous about everything. And so when you want to pick another shift, you go to trades. And then since I'm video, you have to make sure you're not on all positions. You have to go to, oh, not that. You have to go to video. And then you have to go to trade board and go to, I like to go month so I can see the whole thing. Now, see, that's the shift I have right now. And it doesn't say there's other shifts open for the rest of the month, but there is. They haven't posted that yet. And I'm planning on going back on campus a little earlier. I'm leaving to go home tomorrow. So, yeah. Hi, guys. So, I'm waiting for Anna. She said she's walking across the street. Oh. Do you guys see that? That's actually my neighbor. I think that's our room right there. Hi guys, it's currently 10 p.m. I just finished my shift. I am exhausted. I have so much to do still. I will probably talk to you guys while I'm doing my laundry or when I go back to my room and tell you how the day went. It was pretty crazy, so. Hello, humans. Let's just say I am so tired. So I'm going to talk about sort of the step-by-step process that happened tonight. And also, I just got back to my room and I realized that I still have my herd vision pass. So I just texted my boss and said, hey, I still have my pass. Also, my boss was asking me how I liked my first day. And I said good. And my eyes are really sensitive, and so when I stare at things a lot, such as a basketball game for hours, my eyes get really red, and so it looks like I've been doing drugs, but I haven't. You can't really tell in the camera. I haven't. So if my boss is watching this, I didn't do drugs. So I walked there with Annie, and only a few people were there. We had to wait for our bosses. It took a little while, but it's fine because we were there actually 3 hours before the game started. And I watched and helped set up with everybody just to get a glimpse of everything. In the beginning of your position, you don't know what you're working on. And so my boss told me that I would be working on the fan cam, and when he told me that, I was honestly really scared, even though people told me it was easy. I think I would have much rather done a bigger shot of the game and just like moved back and forth instead of, because my hands were hurting so bad. Also, I was shaking so much. So after I watched everyone put their cameras together, they kind of relaxed and ate dinner, which, by the way, I didn't know they had dinner, so I didn't have to eat my emergency Cheez-Its. They're still in the bag. They had subs and wings and chips. They also had water and pop. I think they mostly do that for the boys' game, which is supposedly a lot different from the women's basketball game. I guess because there's a lot more people there. So I worked with the screen guy, and he helped me connect my transmitter so I could hear him and he can hear me, and also he can click on my cam. I was also worried because I was on the court, so I was afraid I was gonna have a huge camera and I would be dead. The camera that I used was actually pretty small. I just had to get comfortable with the camera because I don't have really any experience with a lot of cameras, especially cameras like that. And although I was doing the fan cam, I was also doing shots on the actual court, so that was scary. It was more scary because I had to do all the halftime parts, and which, there's a funny story, not really funny, kind of sad, hopefully I don't cry about it. I had to go on the court and record the starting five, which my legs were spaghetti. I was shaking so much. I literally thought I was gonna fall over. I don't know why. I really liked recording the starting five. That was probably my favorite part. Oh, also we had to connect my headset. So I had a headset so I could hear and talk to everyone. Everybody was hearing the conversations. I mostly only talked to Chris, but everybody could hear it. Chris is the guy who does the screens and clicks on the cams. I also scream when I have headphones on, so I wonder how I sounded. So let's talk about the embarrassing part. So there's obviously two sides of the court, and I was on one side, and I didn't know my next shot had to be on the other side. And so Chris was talking to me through the headset and was like, Xena, go on my side. And I was like, what does that mean? Like, is that some sort of lingo? Also, I didn't know I was doing this. So this is my first day of ever doing this. I've never had any camera experience. And I was like, what? And he said, run across the sideline. In fan cam, which, by the way, I thought I was mostly only recording the fans. No, I had to do shots of the court too. So that's when I finally, after that, I realized, oh, I'm also doing shots on the court. So I'm running. I thought it was a shot he wanted of the fans. Like, I've seen that before where like you go through and stuff. So I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to make it not shake as much. So I'm like pretty calm. But he's yelling in the headset. Not screaming. He wasn't yelling, but I was under pressure. So I'm doing that. And it didn't look good because I was like, am I not doing it right? He wanted me on the other side under the hoop recording this guy. I think he won something. The poor guy, he was waiting for me and I was just nowhere to be found. So yeah, I'm not gonna stress about it. It was my first day. I did really good for my first day. I think. I ran so much too, by the way. So when you're doing fan cam, halftime is like your sweet spot when you're getting court stuff. And halftime's usually when the camera people get their break. So luckily I had a piece of gum in my mouth or I would have been dead. I was so thirsty. I drank 3 water bottles after the game. I was like dead. Also, I want to note that everybody was really nice to me. If you're watching this, so thank you. I was really stressed out about today. I also just look like I'm crying. I'm not a sports person at all. As a journalist, I don't really want to talk about sports and I really don't want to talk about politics. Either of them annoy me and stress me out. So when I was walking up the stairs after the game, I kept getting Charlie horses. I don't know how many people are familiar with that term. Is that like a known thing? Pain in your calves. So for the fan cam, I really couldn't record that much because I was constantly holding the camera where the other cameras have tripods. So my next work day, which will probably be early January, I will try to record more, especially on my first day. I didn't want to have my phone out, but I try to get some clips. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget, I always put my socials in the description down below. Don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up this video.